Okay, let's talk about Trump's meme coin. Now, in no way is this financial advice. So if it tanks, don't say Sierra Trade told you to buy it. I just want to give you some more insight so that you can make an informed decision around this coin. All right, so I'm going to take you to ChatGPT and show you what I found. All right, so now first we're going to start on Trump's official page where you can buy it. If you're interested in buying it, send me a DM or copy and paste the link that I have posted below and download the app and purchase the coin. For some reason, I can't do a clickable link here on TikTok, so copy and paste the link. All right. So on this page, we have what is called allocation, which is where all of the investments, right? Who made the investments or whatever, right? So this says there are 200 million Trump available, which is the Trump coin, available on day one and will grow to a total of 1 billion Trump over 3 years. Each group's allocation are released on their own schedule for over 3 years. All right, so this says total of 8 groups, 36 months, 3 years. Circulating supply is 200 million, which don't quote me, but I think when it first came out, it was like at 3 million, and then now it's up to like 6 million. Maximum card supplies 1 billion, right? So this is the 8 groups, right? So there's a group, creators and CIC Digital, that contributed 36%, 360 million. Second group, creators and CIC Digital 2, that contributed 18%. Then there's a third group that contributed another 18%. Both of those was 180 million. Then there's liquidity. 10% went to liquidity. So that's for the day traders, people that's buying and selling this on a day-to-day average, making money off of it, right? And then another 10% went for public distribution, which is for people that buy and hold stocks. A lot of new people that's getting into the crypto meme coin world. We're just getting on the app and we're just holding it. We're not going to day trade it. 4% went to another creators in CIC Digital. And then the last 2 is 2%, another creators in CIC Digital 5 and 6, right? So I Googled these groups, creators in CIC Digital 1 through 6. Google or ChatGPT could tell me who these people were, right? At the bottom of this page, it says that it's not owned by Trump or whatever. Of course it's not. It's owned by his trust, right? Okay, so when we come down here, this shows us a chart, right? It shows us all the group names. It shows a percentage, unlock at TGE, lock up duration, unlock at initial cliff, unlock duration, unlock frequency, right? So we're gonna pay attention right here to lock up duration. The first group that contributed the most, their coin unlocks in 3 months. That means that they cannot sell their portion for 3 months. Everybody's calling this a pump and dump, but I believe that it initially pumped because of all of the people that's in the meme coin world, and then the initial start of it and all this money that they dumped into this thing, right? That's what pumped it. And then they released Melania, and Melania was the new thing, and Melania pumped, right? So a dump is always just a pullback, right? So this can't be a rug pull, because initially the very first group, they can't even get their money out for 3 months. The second group, 6 months. The third group, 12 months. So the first and the fourth group get their coin is unlocked in 3 months. The second and the fourth group, their coin is unlocked 6 months. I'm sorry, the second and the fifth group. And then the third and the sixth group, their coin is unlocked 12 months, right? Now get this. This is a 36-month A 36-month project. Sit there and do the math. Do the math. What happens in 36 months? Can you answer that? His term will be coming to an end. So therefore, he can no longer control what happens to this coin. Come on now. Let's think about it. Let's not listen to all the naysayers. Let's not listen to all the negativity. We know that there's a narrative around our president. But one narrative that you cannot negate is that this man knows how to make money. He knows how to make money. He may not pay his taxes, allegedly. But he knows how to make money. And what are we going to do in 2025? We are going to follow the money, and we are going to make informed decisions about that money, right? So I also took the liberty the other day, I put this in ChatGPT because I wasn't exactly sure about what it means, right? So yet again, I'm going to show you. ChatGPT tells me what it means. Project summary, total groups, 8 groups, right? Those random creators. Those random creators that you can't Google and don't know who they are. I asked ChatGPT, they don't know who they are either. Circulating supply of tokens, 200 million tokens were released immediately at the token generation event, right? But if you remember, how many tokens are there? Maximum card supply, 1 billion. There are 200 million that was released. But on day one, available on day one, but will grow to a total of 1 billion. That was, I don't know if you saw the press conference that he did about the coin, and somebody asked him about the money, and it was like a couple billions, and he was like, oh, that's peanuts. Baby, because it is. It's peanuts. All right, so let's continue. This is just telling us about his distribution group that I just told y'all about, right? The creators 1 through 6, 10% liquidity, 10% public. All right. Now, Trump emission schedule. It says this is a stacked bar chart showing how the token supply grows over the 36-month period. It highlights gradual unlocking. Most tokens are distributed incrementally, reducing inflationary shock. And then CIC digital groups, tokens allocated to specific groups are released over time. That was that 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So it says it's going to grow up to 36 months, but by like 12 months, you probably want to take like 80% of your profit off the table. So number 4 says linear emissions group. This is just talking about the 1 through 6 groups. Initial unlock percentage vary by group. So remember that first group unlocks 10%. The second group unlocks 25, 25, 10, 25, 25, right? All right, so now what this means for investors, the creators retain a significant portion of the supply. The creators control 80%. They only left 20% for the public, 10% for liquidity, 10% for public distribution. They own 80%. Why would they make a coin, right, that they own 80% of? This is supposed to be a 36-month project, and you think that they're just going to pump it to $70-something and just dump it and then just leave it for the next 36 months? No, not at all. When I first started learning about day trading, it was towards the end of Trump's presidency. Trump would tweet or he would say something at a press conference. I don't care what he did. The stock market would drop, and then the next day it would skyrocket, thousands of points, right? It was always a pump and dump, that's what this is going to be. So when it dumps, you put more money in. When it pumps, take some money off the table. All right, so what this means for locked investments. During the locked periods, tokens are non-transferable and cannot be sold. They have to hold, the first group that put in 36% of the money, they have to hold for 3 months. They haven't sold anything because they can't. It's locked. Creating a temporary barrier to liquidity for these groups, right? After the unlock period begins, tokens are unlocked incrementally, linear release. The owners could sell portions of their unlocked tokens daily, but not the entire allocation at once. So they can sell some, but they still can't sell all of it at once. So this is a chart, right? When this coin came out, it skyrocketed. It dumped and it did a pullback because, you know, a lot of people was taking profits because they made quick profits, right? It did a nice pullback, and then they dropped another coin. They dropped Millennium's coin. It's slowly making its way back up, but it's kind of playing around in this area. Price, I see a fair value gap here. Price could drop down to $29, and then there's another fair value gap here. Price could drop down to 16, right? It could. I'm not telling you to wait to get in because price is still at a premium buying point. We're currently at like $37. I'm looking over here. This is where it tells me the amount. It's at $37, right? So price could drop and you could get a lower price, but you can't beat $37. And if it continues to drop, buy in more, right? But at $37, you can own one full coin. What is $40? If it does end up being a rug pull, but I'm telling you right now that all the signs is telling you it's not a rug pull. The coins are locked. They can't sell it. They can't sell it until fully 12 months, right? And then they can't even sell all of their portion at that 12 months. They can sell a little bit every day. Every day. This thing skyrocketed 3,000% in a day. You're not gonna tell me that this ain't gonna be 100,000% gains. Crazy numbers, right? But you can do that when you control the money. And you finna sit here and tell me you ain't gonna follow the money? Come on now. Now, one more thing. Okay, so we already went. I asked, can they sell their investment portion if the token is locked? So that's what we just went over as far as during the lockup period. Okay, and then it says why lockup periods exist: to prevent large sell-offs, which could crash the token. Come on, he told you on his page, but people are, what did they say? If you want to hide information from somebody, put it in a book, right? Well, nowadays, put it on a website and make them read it. They ain't gonna read it. It's right here. You ain't read nothing. Nothing at all. Well, on today, you have been informed. If you need help with purchasing this coin, DM me or just copy and paste, because it's not a clickable link. Copy and paste that into your web browser, okay? All right. If you have any questions, DM me. Oh yeah, and really though, out of all the things, fight the power. Don't get me started.